Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Rachel Teedy. We are in a first warning alert day tonight. We have team coverage as temperatures plummet, gusty winds pick up speed. I'm joined by first warning meteorologist Winnie Martinez tracking the power outages. And Taniqua Penix is live outside with a look at the current conditions. Let's get right into those current conditions right now as we take a live look. We're going to be looking outside here in a second. First, the first warning alert day. This is what we are going to be expecting as we head into tonight. First, those strong wind gusts are a concern, rapidly falling conditions as well. Satellite and radar image showing the rain moving across the area, the snow as well starting to creep into the area with that colder air on the way. A closer look now. We are getting to the back end of this, though, so the heavy stuff now getting to the areas east of the Albany area, the areas west of us starting to see more scattered conditions. But as we take a live look out at Schenectady right now, 35 degrees out there, but that camera shaking with the wind gusts out of the west at about 16 miles per hour. So it is a gusty wind evening out there, and that wind advisory in effect for a large swath of the area. This is what we are watching as we head into tonight, that high wind watch in effect as well. In addition, all that orange across your screen. The wind gusts right now, this is what we're seeing across the area. 30 miles per hour at Ballston Spa, 35 in Duanesburg, 44 in Johnstown. Less so as we get in the Albany area, Schaghticoke, Schuylerville. But the power outages are being impacted because of these higher wind gusts. So let's head over to first warning meteorologist Winnie Martinez, who has a look at the current power outages and what we're seeing tonight. Winnie.
Yeah, Rachel, as you mentioned, as those wind speeds continue to pick up in gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour, that risk of increased power outages increases as well. Winds will stay gusty as we head throughout the overnight hours and will still be very windy as you start your day tomorrow. But we are here to talk about those power outages as we are already seeing widespread power outages across the region. Make sure you charge your devices and keep that first warning weather app handy. Now, here's a list of that top 5 list of power outages that we have currently by county across the region. Right now, 5,802 customers are without power in Schenectady, over 5,000 in Warren County, over 4,600 in Saratoga, 2,400 in Fulton, and right under 2,300 customers without power right now in Washington County. Now, as of the 8 o'clock hour, we had 19,000 customers without power across the region. And I do want to mention some other counties as well. Right now in Albany County, we have 984 customers without power. We have 5,742 without power in Schenectady County, 2,000 in Washington County again, and 45 on that lower end in Columbia. So we will keep you updated throughout the night on air and online with these power outages. Rachel?
Winnie, thank you. These gusty winds and the possibility for thunder. We heard that earlier this evening, impacting businesses in the region. Willard Mountain closed for the day today. The small mountain in Greenwich said there would be no skiing on the mountain because of the winds and the chance for lightning. They plan to be open once more tomorrow morning. They'll be resuming the snowmaking tomorrow night. And continuing our team coverage here now, Taniqua Penix is live in Clifton Park near a neighborhood where a large tree fell on some wires. So, Tia, what does it look like now?
Well, good evening, Rachel. The rain and snow is light and sporadic, but I've seen a mix of both. We actually had to move from that neighborhood because we had terrible service, but you can see just how windy it is by looking at the flag behind me is going back and forth. But as you mentioned, we were in that neighborhood. We were right off of Wooddale Drive. The wind was so strong, it knocked one of the trees down, and you can see the crews working carefully, trying to remove the tree from the wire that it fell on. It was right in front of someone's home. The roads were blocked off as crews worked. They were only letting people in that lived on that street. National Grid was also on the scene to handle the power. The street was completely black except for a couple houses that did have a light on their porch. But again, right here in Clifton Park where I'm at right now, light rain and snow coming in sporadically, very chilly and windy. For now, reporting live in Clifton Park, Taniqua Penix, NewsChannel 13 with coverage you can trust. Rachel?
Tia, thank you so much. To stay up to date with the latest conditions, now would be a great time to download our First Warning Weather app. You can find that on the App Store. Breaking news right now, a train that crashed into an empty car is under investigation in Voorheesville. The Albany County Sheriff telling us the driver got the car stuck. He told me by text just minutes ago the driver was able to get out of the car before the train hit. Happened about 30 minutes ago. The sheriff telling us the driver is going through field sobriety tests right now. It's a developing story, and we'll bring you updates as we get them. But new at 9, an investigation will be conducted into allegations of racism and harassment against a local library. At a meeting held in Guilderland earlier tonight, the Board of Trustees voted to hire a third party to investigate. There was a small crowd there tonight, and the owner of Cafe Cone Mel, the cafe behind the claims, did not attend either meeting. Tonight, the board has not decided who to hire to conduct the investigation. Also new tonight, Governor Kathy Hochul signed a new Democrat-drawn congressional map, which gives the party a boost in some battleground districts. This comes after state Democrats rejected a proposal drawn by the state's bipartisan redistricting commission earlier this week. The biggest adjustments between the initial proposed map and the one that was just approved were in a few suburban districts, which are important to the party's plan for winning a House majority. Local leaders responding to the decision. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik saying, overall, we have protected our House majority. This November, we plan to protect all our GOP-held districts and expand our House majority right here in New York. And this map allows just that on the other side of the aisle. Assemblyman John McDonald III sending out a statement of his own saying the redistricting map that was voted down earlier this week had flaws that needed to be corrected. Although the Independent Redistricting Commission approved bipartisan maps, these maps split entire communities with no rhyme or reason. New at 9, an Albany man arrested accused of grabbing a knife behind a bar and threatening patrons with it. Albany police tell us they arrested 56-year-old Walter Maston. Police say the incident happened just before 2 a.m. on Monday at O Bar on Lark Street. Police say when they got there, a victim told them that Maston had gone behind the bar, grabbed several knives, and threatened patrons. Police say nobody was hurt. Maston now charged with burglary and menacing. A man has been convicted of manslaughter in connection to a deadly shooting outside a Schenectady bar during the summer of 2022. The Schenectady District Attorney says Markeith Buchanan was convicted of manslaughter and criminal weapons possession. He was acquitted of murder. This is in connection to a shooting outside the Vibes Bar and Lounge in Schenectady that happened in July of 2022. Buchanan shot John Bass outside the bar after an argument, and Bass died from his injuries. Buchanan faces between 8 and 25 years in prison when he's sentenced April 30th. A man is dead after a car crash in Colony. Colony police say it happened just after 8 a.m. this morning on Loudon Road near the intersection of Old Loudon Road and the North Colony Youth Baseball Complex. Police say the Subaru was driving north when the driver crossed over the median and hit a Volkswagen head-on. Police say Ak Ahmed from Colony, the Subaru driver, got trapped in the car and died at the scene. Police say neither speed nor impairment seem to be contributing factors to this. The other driver brought to Albany Med but should recover from injuries. Tonight, a local mother is sharing her story after an uneasy encounter at the crossings in Colony. That mom was taking her kids to play at the park on Monday. It was then, she says, a stranger stared at her and her kids from his car. Later on, she looked back at their photos in the park and realized the person was in the back watching them the whole time. Colony police shared a memo for town park employees identifying the person. Tonight, police say, quote, the gentleman is not accused of a crime and was banned from the crossings due to not following park rules. Right now, Troy police are investigating a fight at Troy schools where the suspect allegedly attacked someone with a pocket knife. Troy police say the fight happened just before 11 this morning at the Troy City School District. Police say 2 students began fighting and one of them was injured with that knife. Police say as adults tried to separate them, one adult was also hurt. The suspect is 15 years old, so police will not be releasing any more information about his identity. Saratoga Biotar is accusing the town of Moreau of driving away business it does not like. This is in response to a vote by the Moreau Town Board to create a construction moratorium in the Moreau Industrial Park. That moratorium, they say, is preventing the construction of a project in the space. This vote comes after a long debate between the company and the town. Saratoga Biotar is proposing to build a fertilizer plant in that park, and that proposed plant would turn biosolids into carbon fertilizer. We reached out to the town board for comment. We have not yet heard back. New information tonight. We told you earlier this week that 150 Macys stores will be closing forever. Tonight, we know that both the Macys at Colony Center and Cross Gates will remain open. In a statement, Macys said the closures will allow them to focus their investments and resources on Macys' go-forward locations, including full-line furniture and current off-mall locations at Bloomie's, Bloomingdale's, The Outlet, and Blue Mercury stores. Coming up, a local food bank desperately needs donations, why they say they're busier than ever right now, and how you can help. And taking a live look outside right now, this is a tree that was fallen in Albany. A live look at the scene right now, where we are tracking your first warning forecast coming up.